to license the...
Meep, meep.
Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a 1:58 scale Matchbox Corvette Grand Sport. The number MB200 model debuted in the 1990s Premiere Corvette Sets. It was produced from 1990 to 98, and this one is from 1996 and was part of the World Class series. The metal flake blue was chipped and blistered, the wheels are tired out, and the suspension is shot. I'll look into all of those issues after a full strip down. This one's in for a fresh new paint job and decal work and a cool wheel swap. I'm doing this build by special request. In December 2020, I did an all Corvettes eBay haul video, and one friend of the channel saw it and hinted in the comments that he might like to have one of these. Well, absolutely no problem. I asked which one he liked, and he pointed out this smart-looking metal flake blue one with the white racing stripes. I'm sorry for the long wait to get this far, brother, but finally, here we go. It's a basic strip down of the Corvette, like all of the cars that I do. And I have a look around at everything, and this is one problem area, the suspension. The wheels are going into the boneyard, and everything is collected in one little plastic tub, so I don't miss anything along the way. Drop of lubricating oil on the posts, and they get drilled out and ready to receive some self-tapping 256 size screws. I'll leave them in there during the whole paint stripping and repainting so they don't get gunked up. I have a Facebook page in case you didn't know, and I'd love you to swing over there. It's easy to find by the same name, Maple Leaf Matchbox Makeovers. And you can follow there. I use Instagram as well, but I'm not so up to date on that. I prefer the Facebook to give some in-between project shots and upcoming builds and that sort of thing. So I invite you to come on by and have a look. And while you're watching this video, if this is your kind of thing, then why not give it a thumbs up and become a new subscriber to my channel? I'd sure love to hear your respectful comments as well, and I reply to each and every one of those. Tell me where you're watching from, so I have an idea. It's already a worldwide audience with people from more than 60 different countries. That's kind of cool thing about this online hobby community. I'm going to cover up the refurbished glass now so no fluff or dust gets on there, and I'm giving a quick primer spray job to my most unfavorite kind of interior, which is all chrome. You don't often see an all chrome interior on a real car, do you? And we say goodbye to the metal flake blue. One of the most satisfying parts of the hobby for me is the bare metal work that I'm commencing here. I'll use a Dremel tool with a wire brush on it and then switch to a Scotch-Brite pad. I often do a little bit of super fine steel wool work on here as well. I'm looking for casting lines that need to be filed off and any imperfections that Matchbox seemed to just gloss over when these cars were in mass production. And it's in very good condition now. Not much to worry about. So I degrease it to remove any fingerprints and oils. And we're ready for paint. I've given it a primer coat, and on top of that a brilliant white base coat and one coat of clear lacquer before I did the masking job. And the masking job is to replicate the original that I started with, but as you can see, I'm clearly changing the main color from metalflake blue to a brilliant red. And hold your breath while I peel that off with no problems. Beautiful. That masking and unmasking went very, very well today. The second generation C2 Corvette, which introduced a new name, Stingray, in 2 words, continued with fiberglass body panels and overall was smaller than the first generation. C2 was later referred to as the mid-years of the model. Production started for the 1963 model year and ended in 1967. In late 1962, Chevrolet chief engineer Zor Duntov set out to build a production run of 125 purpose-built Corvette race cars, with the ultimate goal of winning the GT class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Concerned about Ford and what they were doing over there with the Shelby Cobra, GM planned to manufacture 100 Grand Sport Corvettes, but only 5 were actually built. They were driven by historic race drivers such as Roger Penske, A.J. Foyt, Jim Hall, and Dick Goldstrand, among others. Today, the 5 cars, numbered 001 to 005, are all held by private owners and are among the most coveted and valuable Corvettes ever built. Number 002 is exhibited in the Simeon Foundation Automotive Museum in Philadelphia, one of the world's greatest collections of racing sports cars, and it's in running condition. The number 86 on this Grand Sport simply represents my channel's restoration number 86. So that's my unique touch. Everything is cured and set and ready to reassemble. I did a little detailing on the interior. And the black panel on the bottom is simply so that when you look from outside into those wheel wells, you don't see anything, just pitch black. And the plastic base pops back on with a little click. The pre-fit screws go back in as we knew they would. And this car put up no fight at all. It was a pleasure to work on the Grand Sport. Chris, I hope you'll be happy with this and it finds a good place on display in the Diecast dungeon. Check out his page because he's a fellow Corvette enthusiast like me, and he sure could use your support and he'd appreciate it. Tell him Andrew sent you by. I got a lovely finish on this, and the clear coat is just glistening under the hobby room lights. And you can look at that in all different directions, and you'll see I fixed up the suspension. That was an easy job. And number 86 is all set to go into the mail. It's a beautiful and iconic shaped car. This one was just well played with, and it gets a fresh start now in brilliant red. There's the wheel swap. It looks like it's going 100 miles an hour standing still, doesn't it? Beautiful gloss finish. I'm totally happy with that. And I'm happy to know it's going to have a new home on display with Chris in the dungeon. Cool. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed this video and all of my other restorations. I welcome you to come back again and often. It's coffee time.